Go.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, madam.
Morning, Anand. Director.
गुड मॉर्निंग।
Good morning, Director.
Good morning, sir.
गुड मॉर्निंग, कैसे हैं मयंक जी?
बढ़िया सर, आप कैसे हैं सर?
मैं ठीक हूँ, बढ़िया। चलिए शुरू करिए।
Can I share my screen or?
Good morning, everyone. A warm and respectful welcome to all present here at this insightful and knowledge-enriching webinar on Microsoft Azure Cloud Platform, Fundamental to Advances, organized by Sri Vaishnav Institute of Information Technology, SVVV, and the Center of Excellence in Cloud Computing. We are pleased to welcome Honorable Vice Chancellor SVVV, Dr. Upinder Dhar, esteemed resource person, Mr. Mahendra Patel, Microsoft Certified Trainer, Azure, Cloud Specialist, Cloud Dad, Dr. Anand Rajawat, Director, Sri Vaishnav Institute of Information and Technology, SVVV Indore, Dr. Sonika Srivastav, Head Center of Excellence in Cloud Computing, all dignitaries and all participants to this virtual gathering. Thank you all for joining us as we embark on this journey for fundamentals to enhanced insights into Microsoft Azure. Let us now begin by lighting a lamp in front of symbol of knowledge, clarity, and wisdom, Ma Saraswati.
Asatoma पद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा.
Now I request Dr. Anand Rajawat, Director Shri Vaishnav Institute of Information and Technology, SVV Indore, to virtually welcome our today's resource person, Mr. Mahendra Patel. Thank you, sir. Now I invite Dr. Sonika Srivastava to brief us about the Center of Excellence in Cloud Computing, a hub of innovation and excellence at SVV. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. A very warm good morning to everyone. I, Dr. Sonika Srivastava, Head of Center of Excellence in Cloud Computing, once again welcome you all in this webinar. This Center of Excellence in Cloud Computing was established under the aegis of Shri Vaishnav Institute of Information and Technology, SVV Indore, on 28th Feb 2025. It is dedicated hub for research and innovation, capacity building, and industry collaboration, and for driving improvement and standardization across specific areas. As you all know, cloud computing is becoming a popular technology in today's digital world because of its efficiency, low cost infrastructure requirements with better performance and global connectivity. I request technical team to please present the PPT for the PPT Center of Excellence. Objective of Center of Excellence in Cloud Computing are
Please unmute, madam.
Objective of Center of Excellence are research and innovation, capacity building, industry collaboration, infrastructure development, project execution, policy implementation, publication and outreach. Now, I feel delighted to introduce the committee member of Center of Excellence. First of all, Dr. Anand Rajawat, Honorable Chairperson of the Center of Excellence in Cloud Computing. Myself, Head of the Center, Dr. Sonika Srivastava, Head of the Center of Excellence in Cloud Computing. Technical Head, Mr. Avdesh Kumar Sharma. Research and Development, Professor Romil Rawat. For Industry Collaboration, Professor Ankit Upadhyay. For Academic Affairs, Professor Rahul Chaudhary. And Member Secretary, Professor Neha Agrawal. Now, taking more time, I extend my big thanks to respected Director Sir Dr. Anand Rajawat for supporting and giving opportunity and giving opportunity for running this center. And I also thank the speaker Mahendra Patel for accepting the invitation. Now we would welcome again all dear students in this webinar. Wish you happy learning. Over to you, Neha ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, I request Dr. Anand Rajawat, Director Shri Vaishnav Institute of Information and Technology, SVV, to deliver the welcome address and share his thoughts on today's theme. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Neha. A very good morning to all. Dear guest, Mahendra Patel, Microsoft Certified Trainer, Dr. Sonika Srivastava, Head Center of Excellence Cloud Computing, dear faculty members, and my dear students. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all in today's webinar on Microsoft Azure Cloud Platform Fundamentals to Advances. On behalf of Sri Vaishnav Institute of Information Technology, I extend a warm welcome to each one of you. It is an honor to address you today on a topic that is not just shaping our digital future, but redefining the way we live, work, and innovate. Over the past decade, cloud computing has evolved from a convenient storage solution into a critical infrastructure for innovation, driving transformation across industries. Platforms like Microsoft Azure, Amazon Web Services, AWS, and Google Cloud are no longer just IT backbones. They are engines of growth, intelligence, and agility. One of the most significant advances in cloud platform is scalability and elasticity. Organizations that now deploy global applications in minutes scale automatically based on demand and manage resources efficiently, all without heavy upfront investment in hardware. Equally transformative is the integration of AI and machine learning into cloud services. Cloud platforms provide accessible, pre-trained models and powerful computing environments that allow even small teams to build intelligent applications, something that was unimaginable a few years ago. Another key advancement in edge computing and hybrid cloud models, which bring processing closer to users, enabling faster decision making and improved performance. This is especially important in sectors like manufacturing, healthcare, and smart cities. In addition, the cloud has become a foundation for emerging technologies like IoT, Internet of Things, enabling real time data collection and automation, blockchain, providing secure decentralized systems, quantum computing, opening new frontiers in problem solving and simulation. From education and healthcare to finance and entertainment, cloud platforms are decentralized access to advanced technology and driving innovation at scale. But with these advances, some responsibilities like data privacy, security, and ethical use of technology are challenges we must navigate wisely. As students and professionals, embracing cloud platforms is no longer optional. It's essential for staying relevant and future ready. Whether you are a developer, researcher, entrepreneur, or decision maker, the cloud opens endless possibilities. Among the leading platforms driving this revolution is Microsoft Azure, a robust and versatile cloud solution empowering industries, researchers, developers, and organizations around the world. Today's session is especially significant as it offers a unique opportunity to explore how Azure services as a foundation for technological progresses, enabling advancement in areas such as artificial intelligence, big data, IoT, and cybersecurity. Whether you are a faculty member exploring teaching and research tools or a student preparing for a future in technology, understanding Azure capabilities is both timely and essential. We look forward to gaining valuable perspective that will not only enhance our understanding but also inspire innovative thinking. I encourage everyone to engage actively, ask questions, and make the most of this learning opportunity. Together, let us embrace the power of cloud computing and unlock its potential for academic, professional, and societal advancement. Once again, welcome to all. Let's have a productive and insightful session ahead. Let us continue to learn, explore, and innovative because the future is not just in the cloud, it is being built on it. Thank you. Over to you, Neha.
Thank you, sir. It is now my honor to introduce our distinguished resource person for the webinar, Mr. Mahendra Patel. Mr. Mahendra Patel works as subject matter expert in cloud infra team, CloudDAT. He is passionate and dedicated trainer with 12 plus years of experience in academics, research, and training. He is specialist on Azure Cloud Infrastructure, Azure Migration, Azure Storage, Azure Solution Architect, Azure Data Engineering, Azure Power Platform, AI Engineering, Cloud Security, etc. He has trained more than 2,100 corporate and academic professionals on various technologies. He has authored many research articles in the field of computer science and engineering. He he handled many corporate clients like Microsoft, ECS, Lumen, Indus University, Kyndryl, Deloitte, Tech Mahindra, etc. Now I request Mr. Mahendra Patel for his expert address on Microsoft Azure Cloud Platform from fundamentals to advances. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, madam. Thank you, Sonika, madam. Thank you, Rayas, sir. Thank you for joining the session on times. And I welcome you all attendees for this particular session. Today, we are going to discuss about how this Microsoft Azure will change and how you can use this particular tool to explore your different kind of the learning platform as well. In between the session, if you have any sort of the query, then you can put your query in the chat, or even you can ask the question directly after raising your hand so that I will resolve your query. In this particular session, I will talk about how this Microsoft Azure will play an important role in the terms of your learning plan as well. So without wasting any more times, let me just quickly share my screen. Hope my screen is visible to everyone. Can I get a quick confirmation?
The screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. And please do not hesitate to ask any question which comes in your mind during the session, because we are here to gather some, important information between you and me. So I will be happy to resolve your query as well. In this particular session, we will talk about how Azure architecture and different kind of the service we can use for performing the different type of cloud application. So before that, may I know how many of you are comfortable for the cloud computing? Do you have any idea how we can define the cloud computing? Yeah, can I get a quick confirmation from the audience?
The students can write in chat box also.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Let me just give you the brief introduction about the cloud computing, and after that we will relate this cloud computing to the Microsoft Azure. So whenever we talk about the cloud computing, it means that it provides you the delivery of computing services over the internet. In this particular terms, we are using one specific term, that is compute. Right. So whenever we talk about the compute, it means that our service will be available for the user as and when required. You know about the terms on demand, right? So all the compute services will be the part of on demand. And whenever we want to relate this cloud computing definition to the Microsoft Azure cloud, under this condition, we can prepare the different kind of this solution with the help of this architecture and services. So in the Microsoft Azure, we refer this particular service as a resource. I will demonstrate one module for you on the Microsoft Azure portal so that you will learn how we can deploy the solution for Microsoft Azure as well. So that's why we relate the cloud computing with Microsoft Azure. In this particular session, we will talk about the different kind of the learning strategy for defining the cloud computing in the terms of Microsoft Azure along with the architectural component. So these are the module. I will let you know after, after conclude of this particular session, I will let you know how you can prepare for the certification as well, right? So this is our learning plan for Microsoft Azure. First one is your Azure architectural component, which includes the region and the availability zone, which again includes the subscription and the resource group. So region and the availability zone, we will discuss in some times. Definitely, we will also cover subscription and the resource group. After that, Microsoft Azure also supports the compute and the networking services. These are the services which is available to provide the communication, which is available to provide the application hosting as well as peering between the virtual network also. So this is what known as your compute and networking services. Even you can also store the huge amount of data over to the cloud in the terms of storage account, which includes the different kind of the storage services, which also includes the redundancy option, which also provide you the hybrid cloud capability in the terms of cloud migration. Right. So these are some important consideration in the case of designing the solution for Microsoft Azure. Finally, we can also manage the different kind of the user. We can also manage the group. Even we can also assign the different set of the permission to the user with the help of IAM capability. IAM stands for Identity and Access Management. This is what we can use for this particular, condition, right? So these are the topics which we will going to cover into this particular webinar. And today we will going to discuss about what is the significance of reason, what is the significance of availability zone, subscription, and the resource groups as well, right? Yeah. So now, as I mentioned about the cloud computing with Microsoft Azure, now the question may comes in our minds how we can deploy the different kind of this solution. So whenever you want to deploy the solution, then first of all you should have one account which is associated with your Azure portal. Let me just quickly reshare my screen. Yeah. So first of all, we should have at least one active account. With the help of this account, we can deploy the different kind of this solution. Remember, Microsoft Azure supports the variety of the account, which includes your free account, which includes your, student account, which includes, sandbox account also. Remember, all of the account, that is your Azure account, free account, as well as student account, will require some subscription with the help of your credit card or debit card detail, right? But in the case of sandbox environment, you may be able to use this particular sandbox environment without giving any information about your credit card or debit card, right? You should have at least one account. Either you can use Outlook account, you can also use Gmail account, or also you can go for the corporate account. But after signing, you should perform the agreement between you and the Microsoft. Then and only you may be able to deal with the Microsoft Azure portal. This is how we can use this Microsoft Azure free accounts, right? Do you have any query? All good? Participants, you can mute and unmute yourself as and when required. No? Okay. Let me just, show you the solution with the help of, your Azure portal. How you can log in with the help of your Azure account. So this is the link. Azure free account, right? Here you can see the different type of the account which is available in the case of Microsoft Azure. Some of the services will be available for you at all the time, but rest of the service you can always use by giving the subscription detail only, right? I will come to this point for the subscription in some time, but whenever you want to use this free account, then Microsoft will provide you the 200 credit. This is, the kind of credit, and you can spend this particular credit while the deployment of the different kind of the services. Yes, Shara. Shara, yes. I can see one hand raised. Shadab Sheikh. Hello.
So you can continue.
Okay, no problem. So this is how you can use this particular Azure free account. With the help of this account, you may be able to access Microsoft Azure portal. So the question may comes in our minds, how much cost Microsoft Azure will charge us to deploy the different set of the services, right? So depending on the services, let's say if you want to deploy the infrastructure as a services, then charge will be different. If you want to deploy the platform as a services, then the charge will be different. If you want to use the software as a services to deploy the different kind of the end user application, under this situation, the charge will be different. We may be able to calculate the different type of the cost which will be associated for this particular, application with the help of pricing calculator, which is offered by the Microsoft Azure. So this is how we can use the different type of the Azure account to deploy our solution. Another important consideration for this particular terminology is, let me just open my presentation. Right? So we have discussed about Microsoft Azure along with the cloud and how we can create the free account to deploy our services. Remember, whenever you want to create the free account, then it is mandatory to provide your credit card or debit card detail, right? But if you do not want to opt this free account, then you can, redeem your sandbox environment. I will let you know how you can go for the sandbox environment as well, right? Now, we have completed our account. After completion of our account, we are eligible to deploy the different kind of the services over the Azure portal. Now, how this Azure portal looks like? Before that, as I mentioned earlier, Microsoft Azure supports the variety of these services. Some of the services will depend on the type of resource which you want to deploy on the Azure portal. So let me just quickly show you the interface for Azure portal. Right? Hope my screen is visible to everyone. Can I get a quick confirmation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, in the starting of the presentation, we discussed about after creation of your account, you may be able to eligible to deploy the different type of the services over the Azure portal. So this is the Azure portal, right? This Azure on this particular interface, you can deploy the different kind of the services which includes your infrastructure as a services, which includes your platform as a services, as well as software as a services. Now, let me just quickly go to the home. This is the interface. This is the interface which is provided by Microsoft Azure to design the different set of solution. Remember, this is my legal name. This legal name behaves like your directory. So in the terms of your corporate account, one account will be available to you. With the help of this account, your organization will provide you the accessibility. After that, you can deploy the different set of services. But this is my personal account. So whenever I want to deploy the different set of the services over there under this condition, if I have the proper subscription, then and only I can deploy the services, otherwise no, right? So in the terms of Microsoft Azure, all the services are known as resources, right? So whenever you want to deploy the resources on the Azure portal, then this is what known as global search bar. Are you guys able to follow these things right now? Yeah. Okay. Now, this is what known as global search bar. So in this global search bar, whatever the resource you want to deploy, you can type here. So let's say I want to deploy the Azure virtual machine, right? So you can directly type virtual machine or complete name as well. Both of these things will work. So Azure virtual machine, right? Azure virtual machine. So whenever, let me just check. Azure virtual machine. So whenever you type any kind of the keywords, then all the services which comes into this category will be available here, and based on your choice, you can use any kind of the services which is available. Now, please focus on this particular points because I want to show you the significance of subscription, right? We have talk about our account. As I mentioned, account is mandatory. After our account, subscription is mandatory. Subscription provide you the billing boundary. How Microsoft will charge from your end, it will be depends on the subscription. So let's say if I want to choose this particular virtual machine as a solution, I want to deploy this particular virtual machine. So immediately one pop-up will be allowed, right? And this pop-up will say that I don't have any kind of the subscription. You can see here, right? I don't have any kind of the subscription, but if I want to deploy this particular subscription, then I want to purchase one subscription from the Microsoft. Then and only I can deploy this particular services. Is it clear to everyone? Are we guys comfortable in this particular moment? Yeah. Okay. Now, let me just show you how we can choose the different kind of the subscription. The reason for, performing such kind of the experiment here, because in this particular account, I don't have any kind of the active subscription. But whenever you go to the another account, this is my another account. It will take some time. It takes 1 minute only. So meanwhile, I will show you the concept of IAM. So guys, are you comfortable about the account? Are you comfortable about the subscription? Remember, subscription provide you the billing boundary to charge the different kind of the resources which you want to deploy on the Azure portal. Without your account, you can, without having active account, you cannot perform any kind of the deployment on the Azure portal, right? So this is looks like that. Now, whenever we talk about the user management, right? One of the important consideration for using the Microsoft Azure is to provide the identity and access management to manage the different kind of the user for your organization. So whenever you want to manage the different kind of the user for your organization, under this condition, with the help of your account, you can use intra ID features. Which one? Intra ID. Please remember this part. Intra ID is a cloud-based identity and access management tool, and with the help of this, you may be able to manage the different kind of the user. You may be able to manage the different kind of the group. Even you can also assign the permission to the user as well. Let us consider the example for your university. You are the student, right? Whenever you want to access the university portal, like your attendance portal, then you can only view the different type of the attendance, which is the part of, which is associated in your particular account. You cannot even modify your attendance, right? So all this capability will be the part of your own premises only. So on premises is nothing but your stand-alone, organization. But whenever you want to shift this particular user data over to the cloud, then we can use this Microsoft Intra ID tool to manage the user, right? So how we can create the different kind of the user? After clicking on this Microsoft Intra ID, you may be able to see the different kind of the pane, right? This is what known as your left pane. Are you guys able to follow these things right now? Is it clear to everyone? Can I get a quick confirmation from participants in?
We can take the question at the end because
Okay. Okay.
time is very
No problem. No problem. Okay. So this is your, pane. This is what known as your left pane. Under this left pane, you may be able to see the user. You can see the group option. You can see the external identity. Multiple informations are available, right? As I mentioned previously, for your on-premises, you being as a part of the user is responsible for managing all kind of the information. But if you sign up for Azure portal, then all these things will be available into the single glass of pane only. According to your requirement, you may be able to use this particular services. So let's say if you want to create the user, so you should go for the user. After this particular user, you may be able to create this particular user, which is the part of your DNS. So may I know what do you mean by the terms of DNS? Yeah. DNS means your organization domain. The user which you want to create will be the part of your particular organization DNS only. Here you can see this is one active user, which is the part of this particular account. So whenever I want to create the new user under this condition, this particular user will be the part of this account only. Here you can see. This is my organization domain. Test user mh.onmicrosoft.com. Here, the onmicrosoft.com represent that we are using the cloud platform. But in your on-premises, we will not be able to see any kind of this, DNS name. Strictly, you need to purchase, and after that, you can use these particular services, right? So this is the advantage of using Microsoft Azure. So let me just provide any name. Let's say Ajay. Please don't mind if Ajay is available in the participant list. Ajay. So when you put this particular user principal name, then this user will be the part of your account. And you can easily manage this user. What could be the device which is associated for this user? What is the permission you want to assign for this particular user? What kind of the role you want to assign for this particular user? Each and every activity you may be able to manage for this particular user. Remember, whenever you want to create this particular user, then this user will be the part of this particular account owner. But in your account, if you have more than one DNS, then all the DNS will be available here. You cannot directly create the user for the multiple DNS. First of all, you need to verify your organization DNS by the third party like GoDaddy. Once verified, then and only this DNS will be available here. And after that, you may be able to create the user, which will be the part of your on-premises IAM part, right? After that, you can provide the display name. Like I'm using the same name as an Ajay. Ajay will be the display name. And here you can see the password. Why we require the password? Why this password is required? To provide the security. Because how we can ensure that whenever we put the information for the user or any kind of the data over to the cloud, then this information will be secure or not. So to provide the security, Microsoft Azure will provide you the passwords capability as well. Whenever you think that you are not comfortable for the auto-generated password, then you can use your own password to generate this particular user's account. But if you want to generate this system-generated password, then you can use this auto-generated features, which should be enabled, right? After that, you can go for review plus create. And after that, this user will be the part of your account, right? So how we can check this particular user? Here you can see the refresh option. This is the first refresh option, which is the part of your Azure portal, and this is for complete desk, right? So I am using this refresh option, and here you can see this Ajay user has been successfully added to my tenant. Remember, as I mentioned previously, this user will be the part of this particular account only. Why? Because I am going to deploy this particular user for my organizational account only. In this manner, we may be able to create the multiple user. Now, can I know how many of you have the active Outlook account? Now you can raise your hand. Do you have the Outlook account?
Students, you can write in QA block. If the chat box is disabled, write in QA box.
Okay, great to know. Great to know some of you have the Outlook account. If you don't have any Outlook account, then you can create the fresh new Outlook account, because I want to just share you the 3 important course link. Once you complete this particular link, then you may be able to get some credential from the Microsoft, which simply states that you have completed this particular training on so and so day. So I am just going to share you the particular link. Let me just check for the credential. Now, can you please tell me, are you guys able to access this particular link? I have shared you the 6 link. First one is for AI 102, which includes the 2 sublink. First one is course URL. Another one is redemption. Next one is AZ 104. Again, this contains the 2 sublink. First one for course URL, and another one is used for the redemption. And after that, we have the another link, that is AZ 204, right? So you can use all of this link to generate your badges, right? So I request any one participants to share their screen so that I can guide you how you can access these particular badges, right? Who will be able to share their screen? Can you please nominate yourself so that I can guide you? Guys, I have shared the link in the chat. Are you guys able to access this link? Yes or no? Okay, let me just share this particular link to.
Sir, perhaps the students cannot access the chat box, so we can write in QA box.
Okay, let me just go to the queue.
We have to complete in time because there is a session after that. So important thing, you can continue. We will share the, we will enable the chat box shortly. Mahen sir. सर ये मैं बोली थी chat
Yeah, so I have shared this link in the chat box, and I will WhatsApp this particular link to Sonika madam as well. So in your free time, it is mandatory to redeem this particular code so that you will be able to get the different kind of the badges also. So how you can, check this particular badges. So let's say this is my course URL. Let me just quickly share my screen. So let's say this is my course URL, right? I have shared you the three important links. First one is your AI 102, another one is 104, and next one is 204. Let me just explain you the different kind of the significance for all of this course. AI 102 is basically used to design the different kind of the AI related solution, which will provide you the associate level of certification. Similarly, whenever you want to become the cloud administrator under this condition, you can choose AZ 104, that is again associate level of course. And finally, if you want to become the Azure developer, then you can choose AZ 204 course, right? So that's why I include all of this certification course for your learning plan so that you may be able to get more learning in the terms of the content according to your profile, right? So let me just quickly show you how to redeem. Let me just choose anyone, this one, right? After clicking the second link, it will ask you to sign in with the help of your account. Once you sign in with the help of your personal account, then you will be able to get this message. You need to just simply hit on a redeem, and after that, after redeem, all the badges will be available here. I'm not going to redeem because in my profile, I have already added this badges. So in the badge section, you may be able to see all the badges which is available so far. Even if you want to share on the LinkedIn profile, then you can. It simply, provide you the different kind of the certification as an attendance to show your learning, and it is recorded by the Microsoft. Are you guys comfortable? In this manner, you may be able to use such kind of the course URL as well as redemption so that in your profile you can add to, so that your profile will be different from a regular student, right? Now, as I mentioned, we can use this Microsoft Azure portal to generate the different kind of the solution as well. On my another account, we cannot see any kind of the active subscription, but this is my LODS platform, which is provided to me by the Microsoft. How we can generate the different kind of the resources with the help of Microsoft Azure portal, right? So let me just go to the Azure portal. Here you can see this is the cloud environment, right? In this cloud environment, let me just go for portal.azure.com. Azure.com. Right. Once you type portal.azure.com, then it will ask you to provide the credential. Remember, as I mentioned earlier, you should have at least one active account for the Microsoft. Then and only you may be able to deploy the services. I am using this credential. I am using the lab user credential login to provide the solution on Microsoft Azure portal. Same password we can use. Sign. Right? Now, this is my Azure portal. This is just like the previous one, which we already discussed, right? But in this account, here you can see the services are different. Why? Because this account contains the right subscription. I have the active subscription so that we can use this particular subscription to generate the solution. Now, let me just quickly create the virtual machine, right? So on that, you have the two choices. Either you can directly hit on this particular global search bar to choose the particular solution, or this virtual machine is available here as well. So you can directly hit on this particular virtual machine icon, and after that, you may be able to see this option that is create. In my previous account, we cannot see the option. We were not able to see this particular option, right? But whenever you have the proper subscription, then and only you may be able to create the resources, right? Now, please focus on this particular window. As I mentioned, Microsoft Azure will going to allow you to deploy any kind of the services if you have the right subscription. So in my account, I have the subscription, and the name of the subscription is this. After that, this is the logical container. This container is going to hold your virtual machine as a resources, so that as and when required, you may be able to use this particular virtual machine, right? So I am using the resource group. Here you can see this resource group is available. I can see some message in the chat. Now you can provide the virtual machine name. The name is available here according to the instruction, right? But you can provide any name. It is not mandatory to use such kind of the name, but as the policy constraint, I am using the same structure is available in the instruction part. Now, this is my virtual machine name. After that, we need to choose the region. Region we already discussed. Regions provide you the geographical area into which you want to deploy this particular virtual machine. Now, the question may comes in our minds, what is, this virtual machine stands for? So the virtual machine provide you the compute solution, and this is infrastructure as a service offering provided by the Microsoft Azure services, right? In the region section, you may be able to choose any region which is available into this particular list. But remember, as recommended by the Microsoft Azure, we need to choose the region which is very close to the user's location to reduce the design complexity or to reduce the cost as well. If you choose the region which is very far from your location, then you should provide the more number of the amount in the terms of charge, right? So you should choose the region which is very close to your location, so that you may be able to reduce some amount to deploy this particular virtual machine as well, right? So we have the limited time, so that's why I will not be able to explain each and everything which is available in this particular demonstration. Now let me just go to the security type, and after that we will go for the image. Image stands for what kind of the virtual machine you want to deploy. So Microsoft will support two type of the virtual machines. First one is based on the Linux environment. Another one is based on your Windows environment. So let me just choose any recommendation which will be available to define your virtual machine. That is Windows Server 2019 Data Center Generation 2. Right? After that, we need to provide the username and the password. This username and the passwords provide you the login credential. At the login time, you should remember this particular username and password, so that you may be able to connect your virtual machine, right? Let me just use this particular name, that is local admin. And after that, we will provide any kind of the name for the password. Just a minute. Now, as I mentioned, Microsoft will support two type of the virtual machine. First one is your Linux virtual machine. Another one is Windows virtual machine. And in this time, we are using the Windows-based virtual machine only. So under this condition, you should remember for the connectivity purpose, you should open this RDP, that is port 3389, which should be open. Otherwise, you may not be able to connect your virtual machine. So that's why I use this particular port open. Apart from this port, we may have the another port which is also available, right? Now, simply hit on review plus create. So this is how you can create this particular virtual machine. It will take some time. Yes, you can see validation has been passed. And for this particular virtual machine, you need to provide such amount per hour basis, right? Let me just simply hit on create. If each and everything will be okay, after that, our virtual machine will be deployed. Now, if you have any query, then you can ask, right? Let me just go to the. It will take some time. Meanwhile, we will go for the query if you have. Yeah.
You can also share link again in the QA box.
Which one?
Your link URL that you are sharing, you can share itself. And student, one feedback form is there in the QA box. Please fill that feedback form also.
Yes, I am just sharing this MS.
The chat box में आप share कर दीजिए जी.
Yes, I am sharing my link once again.
Sir, time is very less because next. Okay, sir, you can conclude fast.
Yes. So this is my, after sharing the link. Can you please confirm in the Q&A, I have just shared the link. Is it visible to everyone? No? In the chat also, you are not able to access?
Fill. I mean, sir, in chat box, you can send. Chat box is unable
I
for.
have already seen in the chat box, but let me just.
Sir, it is visible in this chat box. It is visible. If you
Now, can you please see? Is it visible?
Yes.
No?
Chat box, it is visible.
Visible. Just a minute. I will share all the link because only one link you can see. Yes. So I have shared you the three important links. First one is for AI. Another one is for, Azure developer. And last one is for your Azure administrator, right? Along with this HMN code, I also share you the course URL. You can log in with the help of your personal Outlook account to complete the different kind of the chapter. After completion, you may be able to, you will be good enough to deal with the different kind of the solution by the Microsoft Azure, right? So here you can see our virtual machine has been successfully deployed, right? On the top of which you may be able to see the connect option. Just a minute. On the top of which you may be able to see this connect option, right? Are you guys able to understand this? Yeah. Connect option. Are you able to see this? Because this is very much important. Remember, to connect your Windows-based virtual machine, you need to hit on this connect option. And after that, you will be able to see the option which is available as download as a RDP file. Why? Because previously in the demonstration process, we see about the RDP, that is 3389 port should be open. So that's why we need to download this RDP file. Once you download this RDP file, then you may be able to connect your virtual machine over to the cloud, and on the top of which you may be able to install the different kind of the role as well, right? So let me just hit on connect. Here you can see the name of your virtual machine, the name which we provide in the case of our demonstration part. Let me just provide you the password. Right? Yes. After giving the credential in the terms of your virtual machine name and the password, you may be able to work on the virtual machine. This is how the organization will provide the accessibility for the virtual machine to the different kind of the user, so that they may be able to deploy the solution. Now, if you have any question, then you can ask.
You can conclude and then we will ask. One question is there.
Yeah, concluded. No worry. Just it is a running condition. After that, we will stop.
Yeah, ma'am.
Right. So this is just like your normal system over to the cloud, right? Yeah. Okay. So this is our virtual machine. If you want to connect, if you want to add more number of the rows, then you can add. Multiple features are available. It is still loading, right? On the top, you may be able to see the manage section. Under the manage section, you may be able to add the multiple role which you want to install. Multiple roles means, suppose if you want to provide the internet, that is, if you want to install IIS server on the virtual machine, then you can go under the manage section, and after that you can hit on add the role and features. Once you add this particular role and feature, after that you may be able to provide the internet capability for your virtual machine as well. Even if you want to manage the list of the user for your individual organization, then you can add ADDS role, which stands for Active Directory Domain Services, which is available for on-premises. This is how we can use Azure Virtual Machine being as a part of infrastructure as a solution by Azure, right? And after that, you can disconnect your virtual machine just like our normal system. This one, right? Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for such a rich and enlightening session. Now I invite Professor Avdesh Kumar Sharma to propose the vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, madam. On the behalf of Sri Vaishnav Vidyapith Vishwavidyalaya and Center of Excellence in Cloud Computing, I would like to extend my grateful thank to Mahendra Patel sir, certified Microsoft professional, for delivering such a wonder Microsoft Azure Cloud Platform webinar. Sir will be provide the practical approach and also provide some link that will be helpful to the student and earn the some credits also. I express my sincere thank to Honorable Chancellor Sri Purushottam Pasari sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Upendra Dhar sir, for their constant motivation and unwavering support. A special note of goes to Dr. Rajawat sir, Professor and Head, Sri Vaishnav Institute of Information Technology, for its encouragement and guidance in the organizing this webinar. I also sincerely thanks to all HOD and HOI. I would also like to thank Dr. Sonika Srivastav, Head of Center of Excellence in Cloud Computing. I also extend my grateful thanks to the Center of Excellence in Cloud Computing members, faculty members, and all the students who actively participate and uh, practically share the Microsoft Azure login and start session creation. A special thank to all the technical team for their seamless coordination. At the end, I also thank you once again to everyone who will made this event is good success. Over to ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Now I request everyone to rise for the national anthem.
गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you once again to everyone. And all the students are required to fill the feedback link which is shared on the chat box. Thank you, Mahendra sir, and thank you everyone.
Thank you, participants.
Thank you.
Thank you, participants. Please fill the form. Okay, thank you all.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.